The world had changed. What was once a garden of peace was now a place of violence, greed, and noise. People had forgotten kindness, forgotten truth, forgotten the one who breathed life into them. The earth groaned, torn apart by the very ones it was made for. But in the middle of all that brokenness stood one man who still listened, still walked with integrity, still believed. His name was Noah. One night, a voice, not loud but filled with power, it said, "Build an ark. A great storm is coming. The world will be washed clean. But you and your family will be saved. Gather the animals, 2 of every kind. Not just to survive, but to begin again." Noah didn't argue. He didn't run. He believed. And so he began. And so Noah built, day after day, under the blazing sun, beneath whispering clouds, surrounded by mocking eyes. People laughed. A boat? Out here? They didn't understand. But Noah kept going. Each plank, a piece of obedience. Each nail, a step of faith. The ark rose like a mountain, massive, solid, strange against the skyline. It wasn't just a vessel. It was a promise taking shape, a future in wood and pitch. And still, the skies began to darken. Then, something wondrous happened. From every corner of the earth they came. Lions and lambs, doves and wolves, elephants, rabbits, eagles, frogs, marching in twos, side by side, the wild and the tame, the feathered and the scaled, drawn by something unseen, led by something greater. The ark was no longer empty, it was alive. The animals, each in their place, and Noah standing at the door, waiting for them to enter. And then the door closed, not by Noah's hand, but by an unseen one. A silence hung in the air, heavy, holy. Then a drop and another, until the sky opened. Rain fell in sheets like tears from heaven. The earth drank deep and trembled. Rivers swelled, streams turned to seas. Mountains vanished beneath the rising deep. The ark lifted, not tossed, but carried. Above the chaos, above the cries. Inside, there was peace for 40 days and 40 nights. The rain fell, relentless, unforgiving, endless. The world was washed clean. Beneath the waves, the old ways, the cruelty, the noise, all were gone. But inside the ark, there was stillness, a waiting, a trust. Days blurred into nights, weeks stretched long, but hope never drowned. The ark floated, a cradle of life, rocked by the hands of heaven. And then, one day, the rain stopped, and after 40 days of waiting, the world was quiet again. The rain had ceased, and the waters began to recede. What was once covered in chaos was now still and silent. Noah sent out a raven, a bird to test the winds of change, but it did not return. Then, Noah sent out a dove. It flew through the open sky, returned once, and then again, with an olive branch in its beak. The earth had begun to heal. The waters had receded. And as the ark came to rest on the mountaintop, Noah and his family stood at the edge of a new world. The door opened. The earth was waiting. And then God spoke. He said, "Never again will I flood the earth." A promise, a covenant, to Noah, to all living things, to every creature from the smallest ant to the greatest whale. God set his bow in the sky. A rainbow, Not just a sign, but a reminder, a promise of hope, a promise of mercy. As Noah looked up, he saw the sky bathed in color, the rainbow, a symbol of God's faithfulness. And so the earth began anew, a world where life could grow, where peace could reign, where creation could flourish once more. And Noah knew the truth of it all. The storm had passed, and with it, a new beginning.